Coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show, you're going to meet a nationally known expert who's going to be talking about hormone replacement therapy. Her incredible story just ahead.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
Well, who hasn't heard of hormone replacement therapy? Every time you turn on your radio or watch television, there's another ad, but not all providers are created equal. To talk about that today, Mandy Cotten, she's the owner of the Institute for Hormonal Balance. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely, and we actually have some history. We go back at least a decade ago. I got to work with you and your dad, 10 years ago, and I'm so impressed with how you've grown over the years. So why don't you share with us a little bit about the Institute and what you guys provide?
So our goal with the Institute is really to provide holistic healthcare to our patients. So we are experts in the field of hormone optimization. Started out, just as most providers do, working with pharmaceuticals that are available, and then transitioned to that once we realized it wasn't really working well for patients, and became experts in the field of bioidentical pellet therapy. And so that's primarily what we offer, although patients are free to come in. Not everybody is created equal, so our goals are really to look at the individual patient, see what would work best for them based on their health history, their labs, their symptoms that they're experiencing, and really tailor an individualized care plan to their needs.
Let's go ahead and pull up the website. And as you scroll down the website, you do more than just hormonal replacement therapy. What are some of the other services you provide?
So my goal has really been to create a one-stop shop for our patients. So over the years, we had all of our hormone patients coming in and feeling great. And I was like, it'd be really great if they looked as great as they feel too. So we incorporated a lot of aesthetic services as well as other wellness services, including IV therapy, vitamin injections, Botox, filler, and then we also have some non-invasive body contouring devices that we've implemented, which I think are amazing.
Sure. And these are things that you can't get from your family physician. In fact, I think you were telling me a story right before the show that sometimes you're getting people who their physician just isn't up to speed on these things.
Right. I think that the biggest problem that patients encounter is that they expect their providers to be knowledgeable about everything. And unfortunately, it's just not possible. I mean, I'm not an expert in lots of things, and I don't pretend to be. So I kind of stick to my realm and I do the things that I can do. And I wish that more providers would do that. And if they don't know about hormones, don't act like they do. A lot of providers reference the Women's Health Initiative, which was from 2002. Wow. And a lot of fallacies and things came out of that, exacerbated by the media, just incorrect statements. Sure. But the problem with the corrections that have been made in the studies is that they also haven't been exacerbated. And so a lot of providers that are maybe educated in family practice or gynecology even, their focus isn't on the menopausal woman, it's on the pregnant woman or the surgical patient. And so I think it's hard for patients to sometimes understand why they went to their PCP or their gynecologist and they said, oh, this is normal. This is normal that you're having these symptoms of hot flashes or irritability or not sleeping or low energy. Right. And they're just expected to deal with it as a normal part of aging.
Let's do some myth busting. So a lot of people watching this are saying, okay, I'll have my hormones checked in my 50s. But you're seeing younger and younger patients now, aren't you?
Yes, definitely. So there's a huge decline in hormones when Women are postpartum, so there's a huge link with testosterone deficiency and postpartum depression, anxiety, fatigue, definitely. So I would encourage patients to really, if you're feeling symptoms such as these, to get the hormone levels checked, not just estrogen and progesterone, because the myth is that, women don't need testosterone and men don't need estrogen, but we both have both of those. And so we want them to be in a good balance to feel our best.
Absolutely. We found a highlight reel off the front page of your website. Let's go ahead and roll that.
The Institute for Hormonal Balance has served our Texas community for almost 40 years. Across our multiple locations, each member of our staff is devoted to bringing longevity and quality to our patients' lives through personalized hormonal, wellness, and aesthetics care. When visiting our practice, you can rest assured that we truly wrote the book on hormone optimization. Our provider team has trained thousands of practitioners internationally in our methods because what we do works. Our team is just that, a team. We have team members and providers that have 40+ years of experience. We want to provide you with the best treatment possible, whether you are searching for hormone balance, weight loss, or aesthetic services. When visiting our practice, you can rest assured that our ultimate goal is to help you achieve your wellness goals inside and out. We're passionate about helping our patients and about sharing our knowledge and expertise with you in the areas of hormones, wellness, and aesthetics. We want you to feel empowered and personally cared for whenever you visit us, and know that you have found your wellness home when you are at our practice. Every patient journey starts with a personal consultation to learn about your unique needs and goals. Then we'll create a custom treatment plan to help you look and feel your very best. Our leader, Dr. Mandy Cotten, family nurse practitioner, entered into the field of medicine with a strong desire to help others. Our team members hold that very goal close to their hearts as we get to know each individual patient and provide the best, most cutting-edge services to provide you with the individualized care you need and deserve. If you're looking for innovative services that will make a substantial impact on your overall health inside and out, visit our practice today and join our IHB family.
What struck me, Mandy, is there's a whole vibe that you've created. I mean, I like just the decor, and it doesn't feel clinicky like I'm going to a doctor's office. Talk a little bit about the aesthetics and the welcome that they get from your team.
So I have very high expectations of my team. I want patients to feel welcome. We have patients that have been coming to us since, 40 years ago, before I was ever in charge of the practice. And I think that they do feel like they're family and that they're heard. And that's my main goal. So anytime I hire a team member or bring somebody in, I want to make sure that they're passionate about providing compassionate patient care.
Yes.
We're not just, trying to get people in and out. We're trying to actually hear what you're struggling with and then devise a plan to help you deal with it. And what I see a lot of times, even if it's not something that I can help with, sometimes if I just listen to what they're saying, it helps them feel better because they actually feel heard.
I love that. And I'm sure you have countless stories of people who were there. They were getting tired in the middle of the day. They lost their sex drive. Now, with this, I guess they're sleeping better. It helps in all areas of their life, doesn't it?
It really does. And so while a lot of patients do come to us with specific complaints, fatigue, low libido, and those are motivators, but the bigger picture is that hormones are actually protective in the body. So we're protecting their bones, we're protecting their brain, we're protecting their heart. And so the biggest problem that I wish we could resolve is that people wait until they get miserable to implement these things. But when you actually implement the hormones earlier, that's where we're getting the protective qualities. Wow. Because then we're not trying to work backwards. We're working on preventative medicine versus actually trying to treat a problem then.
Well, and one of the things you mentioned before the show is that if they don't get to the root of the problem, sometimes they're popping like an antidepressant on top of whatever they're taking, and these chemicals don't always work well together in the body. You can have a cascading set of events, can't you?
Definitely. So, patients a lot of times are started on antidepressants postpartum for postpartum depression. And a lot of times if you just fix the hormones and balance things out in their system, thyroid a lot of times will go wacky, and that can impact energy significantly. So then it's a perfect storm. They have low energy, and then they're started on an antidepressant, and now they have no libido, and then their relationships suffer because of that. And so our goal is really to help people optimize their lives as well as their relationships, because it is important. I think a lot of people are like, oh, well, I'm 45, my sex life can be over and that's okay. But that's not really the case, because that's what connects you with your significant other, and it's important to be able to maintain that.
Absolutely. I know you're proud of your dream team, so we're going to show the team page off of your website and scroll down. And why don't we talk about the kinds of attitudes that you hire for? Because I know you can teach skills, but you can't teach attitude. So talk about some of the people you've gotten to follow you.
I think a lot of it is knowledge. I've worked with a lot of these nurse practitioners for years, as well as compassion. So I'm not ever going to bring anybody into the practice that doesn't hold the same values that I do with regards to respect for our patients, as well as just having the passion to provide unique care. It's not a one-size-fits-all type practice. So I think patients, when they come in and they see our team, especially the ones that have been there, we have somebody who's been there 25 years.
Wow.
She saw me grow up. And so being able for us to maintain those people and the longevity of our staff is very, very important to me. And for the comfortability of patients too. It's nice to come in and see me, who they know, but also to see the other familiar faces that we have in the practice.
And do you love it when somebody comes in, a month after therapy and gives you a big hug and say, I'm sleeping better, everything is different? Yes. that has to feel wonderful.
Feels amazing.
Yeah. Okay, so in the minute that we have left, Mandy, look into the camera on the left and talk to that person who's sick and tired of being sick and tired.
We can help. It's not normal. When you're struggling with symptoms, whether it's fatigue, low libido, brain fog, night sweats, just because you're not of that menopausal age, we can help you feel better. Symptoms often begin a long time before menopause ever occurs. So 30s, 40s, and then up into your 50s. And once you, achieve that menopause status, a lot of people think the symptoms will resolve at some point, and I'm here to tell you they won't. Menopause is a bit of a fallacy. It's more like menostop. Your ovaries are no longer working, and you need something to help you replace those hormones that your body was once producing.
Wow, so powerful. Thank you so much for sharing your heart and your wisdom with us. We're also going to leave you with her website, which is donovitz.com. The great Mandy Cotten. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you.
You bet. That's it for now. We'll see you next time.